Good afternoon, adventurers. We are here this afternoon, with Christy Simmons, wife of Bill Simmons, who obviously we have been searching for over the past couple months. Today, we're just going to do a quick, recap is the best way to put it. Just a short interview with her to see where we are, where we've been in the last couple months since Jared and Adventure with Purpose, Sam the Adventure Man, everything we've gone through and where we are up to this point. You guys stick around. We'll be right back and we'll get this interview going. So, Christy, if you would just kind of give us a brief recap of what was going on at the time of Bill's disappearance, and just to let the viewers understand everything that was happening, so they have a better understanding of what was going on.
Okay. He had some medical issues that caused him such severe pain that he couldn't even get up and go to the bathroom without being in tears. Yet he went to work every day, and they had just told him that he wasn't going to be able to work anymore, and in his mind that was not acceptable. And between the pain and that, and it was also the first anniversary of his mom's death, I think all of that put together just sent him to a point of no return, and he left here at 1:30 in the morning on June 15th, and he's not been back.
Now I know that when Jared was here, Jared and Sam, there was a lot said about him not being able to drive very far.
True.
But through talking with you, kind of figured out that it was possible for him to go further than just a mile or so.
If he would have gotten on the interstate and was able to be on cruise control, he could have, because that's how he went most places that he went. When he did leave here, he left here in shorts and socks. He didn't have any shoes on, didn't have a shirt on, but if he was able to do cruise control, he may have been able to go further. He didn't have a half a tank of gas at that. So.
Right. So with that being said, we know he had a 2005 gold Toyota Camry that was in tip-top condition. He was a mechanic for
Beaman Toyota.
For how long?
34 years.
So he knew a little bit about taking care of a vehicle, and he took care of not only his Camry but yours as well.
Right.
Using that gauge, a half a tank of fuel in that Camry, that's 314 miles, right, Bryson? I think that's what we came up with. Not saying that he went that far, but we have to keep that scope in mind as far as that. But we did, through talking with you and just finding his phone again and going through his history, his location history, Nashville Shores was the number one spot that he visited all the time. Bryson and myself have been out and scanned close to the shoreline. There are several entry points there. We want you guys to stay tuned in the future, because we will be going out a little bit deeper into the lake to see what we can come up with. We did not find anything in his phone that necessarily said that he went to other areas of the lake. One thing I want you guys to understand is, while he was a mechanic for the Beaman Auto Group, it had been how many years since he stopped turning wrenches and started doing what he was doing?
It had been 10 years when they closed the Lincoln Mercury store.
Okay. So at one point in his career with Beaman, You know, he was turning wrenches when they had the Ford Lincoln Mercury. Was it Ford Lincoln Mercury or just Lincoln Mercury?
No, it was Ford.
Okay. And once they shut that division down, he transferred to Toyota and basically said he didn't want to turn wrenches anymore.
He started quality controlling cars that had new engines put in, or if a customer heard a noise, he would go drive it. So he spent all of his time driving.
Right.
He would take it, some things would need to go on the interstate, other things would, need to go through the neighborhoods, but.
So you guys have a perspective of what we're talking about. He became quality control, and anytime you did a major repair on a vehicle, it had to go through a drive cycle because they would clear those codes out of a vehicle. And he was the guy who drove the vehicle around to make sure it went through that drive cycle and everything was okay. Not only that, but he picked up and dropped off customers and things of that nature. So Beeman Toyota, literally right off of the interstate. Yes. So that was simple for him to do, even with his condition. We here at Christy's home there's one red light, two red lights between here and Briley Parkway,
right,
which is a straight shot to several interstates. He was able to get on to roadways that he could have clicked the cruise control on and gotten a little further than initially thought. So that's why we have centered a lot of our search on Percy Priest. He's got, obviously, with Nashville Shores there, and the cliffs that he used to jump off as a kid. He was a knucklehead when he was a kid.
Still was.
But he was beloved by his family.
Yes.
And that's one thing I want everyone to understand is he was kind of the catalyst for a lot of the family members, and very much loved by nieces and his daughter and especially his granddaughter. She kind of liked him. Christy liked him a little bit. Put up with his shenanigans.
Only for 24 years.
Just 24 years. Anyway, so we just really wanted to sit down and let you guys know a little more detail about what we have discovered, what we are focusing on moving forward. We've covered a lot of water. Bryson, his paddling stroke is getting really good at this point. But I think the biggest struggle we've had so far is that while we have a boat and we have sonar, which all of you that donated, that money has been poured into the sonar. And once we got that, we were able to get out and do a lot more. Thank you for your support. Thank you for, watching the videos. We're growing little by little. And hopefully in January, we'll be able to get a really good boost because this is what we want to continue to do. Christy has vowed that she is in it to win it, and will be a big supporter of ours going forward. Thank you so much for the support so far. We will, link the PayPal and the GoFundMe that was created by Christy to help us raise funds for the search for Bill, and to continue the effort to clean up the waterways and to find more garbage in the rivers and the lakes here. One thing I do want to plug is we are in the very infantile stages of planning an Earth Day event in April to clean up a bunch of tires off of a specific boat ramp on the Cumberland, which is going to be really cool. Anytime you can get out there and clean up even something as simple as a tire, it helps. And when I say tires, I mean hundreds of tires. Bryson wants to get out there and do it tomorrow. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. It's a little chilly out.
It's cold.
Guys, thank you so much for the support. We are glad and thankful and grateful that you guys watch and tune in when we do these videos. I know Christy is thankful. Without Adventures with Purpose and Jared, I wouldn't be here. Bryson wouldn't be here. But we now have a platform and an opportunity to continue this work going forward here in Middle Tennessee. We want to see it continue to grow for more interest, more supporters. So thank you. I hope that you learned a little bit more about the story, about where we're headed in our search. hopefully after the first of the year, we have an outboard. If we have an outboard on our boat, we're going to get a lot more done. We're going to have one. We're going to have one. So, guys, again, thank you so much. Christy, thanks for sitting down with us.
Thank you.
We love you so much.
Everything y'all have done, and you know how much I love y'all. Y'all
Well,
just awesome.
Your mama.
Trying to be.
So, guys, thank you again. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. There's way more to come, so much more to come in the new year. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all the holidays. We love you all. Thanks for the support. Happy New Year if we don't see you till then. And stay tuned because January 20th will be a kickoff to a big event, here on the river in Nashville. We have Jared with Adventures with Purpose, Sam the Adventure Man, Jacob from Chaos Divers, Exploring with Nugs. Just a whole slew of people coming up to support and get some of the crap out of our waters, which we're really excited about. So stay tuned. I'm sure there's going to be some live videos going on that week. If there's not, I'd be surprised. Thank you, and don't forget, love your neighbor no matter what.